They were submerged in 20 feet of water for almost 30 minutes, but a man and a woman whose vehicle went over a wall into Plymouth Harbor last night both had a pulse when they reached Jordan Hospital. Police have said this morning that both are alive at Boston Medical Center. Rescue divers worked frantically to free the 27-year-old Plymouth woman and the man she was with Wednesday night after the Jeep they were in went over a 2-foot-high retaining wall at a boat ramp off Water Street. Plymouth police hadn't released the names of the two people today, but the man had an Alabama driver's license and the Jeep he drove had Massachusetts plates. According to witness accounts, the two appeared to be arguing as they walked near the boat ramp at about 10:20 p.m. They got into the Jeep Cherokee, which the man quickly backed up and put into drive to drive over the wall. Witnesses said the woman clawed at the windows and tried to punch the windshield out as the vehicle sank and became fully submerged. Rescue workers were on the scene within minutes but had trouble getting the pair out of the car. They were in the water for at least 28 minutes and were unresponsive as divers used a pry bar to get them to the surface. Photographer David Curran witnessed the rescue and described what he saw.
Well, he arrived at the scene probably about 20 minutes after the original call. When I arrived there, it was really kind of a surreal scene. As I'd say, there's probably over 100 people watching the rescue efforts unfold along the town wharf at Plymouth Harbor. It took approximately 30 minutes for divers to recover both of the people in the water. Both of the victims looked fairly young to me, perhaps in their teens, early 20s. It looked like it was a male and a female. One of the victims, the rescuers were performing CPR on as they brought her into an ambulance along town wharf. The second victim was also taken into an ambulance from the scene. Overall, people really seemed pretty shocked with what was happening, really kind of looking on it in disbelief. And it's really kind of a tragedy. I've covered a lot of different stories, but to see something like that unfold is really pretty dramatic and unsettling for people, to see that happen. There were several people, yes, who did actually see them go into the water.
When we looked up, we heard a bang, and we saw the Jeep up in midair. And when we got to the wall, it was already in the water, facing towards us. And it started, we've seen two people in the front trying to break the front windows to get out.
The car went over.
Yeah, there was a girl in the front, and when she moved, it leaned over to the right, and it just, after she moved, it just capsized and went under. Within like 30 seconds, it went right under. It was floating for we were there for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and it was floating. As soon as she shifted her weight, it went straight under. And it was just all so quick and everything.
And what their stories are, at least two people have stated that from what they could see, it almost appeared that the vehicle, or whoever was driving the vehicle, intentionally went over the side into the water from town wharf, because they described the person as kind of gunning the engine and having the tires screech and then plunge over the water. One other person at the scene described that she actually saw the girl trying to get out of the vehicle as it submerged. And apparently, I'm not 100% sure of this, but I believe one of the victims is perhaps from out of state. I mean, and as far as the rescue efforts, they really threw a lot of resources at it. And from what I could tell, they really were, making a dramatic effort to get these people out. They had several dive team members on standby, as well as people in the water.
Do you know why it was so difficult? It said they had trouble getting them out.
Well, I haven't been able to confirm this, but I believe the vehicle may have been upside down in the water, which the way they towed it out would seem to substantiate that, because the vehicle was actually upside down when they started to pull it out of the water and tow it.
Okay.
So that may be one of the reasons. As far as how clear the water was or anything like that, I couldn't really tell, but they did have plenty of lighting at the scene.
For more coverage of this story, see today's Patriot Ledger.